Ichinamanga chachifualero bazawa ngeba chiwapo pakati.
True to these concerns, animals in any game reserve or management area have a right of way and not to be tampered with by anyone, as this may attract penalties. The case in point is that of areas that are surrounded by wildlife, like Livingstone, which is mostly covered by the Msotonia National Park, where animals such as elephants, buffaloes, giraffes and rhinos, not mentioning monkeys, have now become a familiar feature in most of the residential areas. One does not need to go to the national park for them to view the animals, as they can do so in the comfort of their homes, as most of the boundaries are shared a few meters from the park's boundary. For Emily Swanda, a widow and mother of two, who last week cheated death after an elephant is said to have hit part of her house, leaving it in shambles, a scenario that instilled fear in the family.
Kapena pa Friday or a day nangu, they'll get back to me.
I was told that officers from the Department of National Parks and Wildlife are going to come through and help me, at least to rebuild my house. Others say owing to the disruption incurred, they expected the widow to be assisted with material support to help her rebuild her house.
Ni widow tapani oko abomba, aichwira fe mtuma peace weki.
We're hoping that some kind of help is going to come to this woman, as she can barely afford to buy anything to rebuild her house. But the Department of National Parks and Wildlife, through the regional warden, Andrew Mkupa, says even with a lot of concerns on animal-human conflict, the animals are vested in the name of the president. Hence, no law mandates the department to compensate the affected.
There is no compensation. There is no law which compels the Department of National Parks and Wildlife to compensate the person on the loss of property, even loss of life. For the reason that these elephants, they are state property.
According to a research, most causes of animal-human conflict have been attributed to the high levels of encroachment in wildlife habitat areas for development or survival purposes, while animals are meant to search for grazing land in most of the areas and end up wandering into residential areas, leading to loss of both animal and human life. Memory Nyambe, Diamond News.